Have we not gotten to a point where all footage shown at Comic-Con and Hall H is just going to be shown to the public like a week later? Say that. Say, hey, you waited 36, 48 hours to get into Hall H to see a certain panel. Yes, you deserve to see some cool footage, but just say in a week's time you're going to get it in full HD, because this is just getting ridiculous. I mean, the trailer got leaked online in a million places, got uploaded to a million sites, and once again they had to go and hunt down every single one, try to shut it down, and they just gave up and said, you know what, bugger it. Here's the trailer in full HD. And yes, I could be describing any movie from like the past couple of years, because it happens a lot, but this one I'm talking about is Suicide Squad, DC's really big sort of gamble at this point. These are a bunch of characters we really don't know that much about. For myself, I obviously know about Harley Quinn, I know a little bit about Deadshot, but other than that, these characters are a real mystery to me. So for me, this was a very, very unknown property. I didn't know how I was going to react to see this trailer. I didn't know how I was going to react to a new Joker, really not that long after Heath Ledger did such a great job in The Dark Knight. But seeing as we got the trailer in full glorious HD, I thought it'd be my responsibility to talk about it. So the trailer opens with Amanda Waller talking about the Suicide Squad, about how they're criminals, how they're bad guys, and how they can send them on missions and have zero accountability and just put all the blame on them if something goes wrong. Which in itself is a pretty cool concept, something we haven't really seen before in a comic book movie. So that got me pretty keen, and then we get to see Harley Quinn hanging upside down in a cage with ropes and stuff doing acrobatic. I don't really know what was happening there, but hey, Margot Robbie looks damn cool as Harley Quinn. And I was talking to a friend earlier, and with this movie coming out next year and Deadpool coming out next year, every con in the next 12 to 18 months is just going to be a bunch of Harley Quinns and a bunch of Deadpools. Aside from Harley Quinn, we got a few shots of all the other characters. We got Slipknot, Deadshot, Rick Flag, Killer Croc, Captain Boomerang. I can't remember the rest. But yeah, we got little glimpses into these characters and what their lives are like outside of the Suicide Squad. A lot of them seem to have loved ones and family members, which I guess is a strange concept for a bad guy, but just adds layers to the character, which I think if they play it right, could be really, really cool. We also got to see that stunt Batman on top of the Joker's purple Lambo, which I don't know how much of a role Ben Affleck will play, if at all, in this movie, whether it's like a flashback or a flash forward or something that doesn't really pertain to the plot too much of the movie, because it was just a stuntman. Ben Affleck hasn't been on set yet, so we're not too sure if he's going to actually be in Suicide Squad, or it's just going to be sort of like a little bit of the movie, but having Batman there sort of adds to the continuity of the whole universe. That was the other cool thing too. Amanda Waller at the very start mentioned Superman, which really does give me the first feeling that this is part of a cinematic universe like Marvel. It's tying everything together. So now you've got Man of Steel kicked it off. Batman v Superman's coming next. Then you've got Suicide Squad. And they all have this sense of continuity, which is really paramount when you're trying to do a extended, sort of cinematic universe like what Marvel have been doing so well. Will Smith does look really, really cool as Deadshot, and it was really cool to see him in his full gear going into action. But then, of course, we get to the money shot of this trailer, and it is Jared Leto's Joker. And yes, he is all tatted up. Those press shots that got released are legit. He has all the tattoos. He has the ha ha ha. He has the damage on his forehead. He has a J just here, which I'll get to in a second. And he's got the grill in, and honestly, when that shot came out, I was a little bit skeptical, but seeing it sort of in action and him moving around and playing with this character, I kind of started to buy into it. Yes, people have been initially saying, oh, he's just copying Heath Ledger's Joker. Well, there's going to have to be elements of it. I mean, in the past 25 years, we've got 3 brilliant renditions of this character. We had Jack Nicholson, we had Mark Hamill, and then we had Heath Ledger. And each one that followed was in some way a derivative of the one that preceded it. There's no way you can pull off such an iconic character as the Joker without copying what's come before you, because what came before you has always worked. Jack Nicholson was great in the 1989 movie. Then Mark Hamill was great in the animated series and all the roles he's played as a Joker since then in other animated roles in video games. And then, of course, Heath Ledger's Joker came along, and people were saying, yeah, he's a bit like Jack Nicholson. Yeah, he's a bit like Mark Hamill's Joker, but he made it his own. And what it comes down to, you're playing the same character, but it is all about the delivery. And honestly, the delivery to this does seem different enough from these previous Jokers we know and love to create its own spot in this character's cinematic history. But quite honestly, I don't really understand why everyone's being critical of it already. He delivered 2 lines of dialogue in the trailer. I mean, that's not enough to judge the character just yet and how he will be played by Jared Leto. But from what I saw, I'm down with it. Finally seeing him in action, even with the tattoos and the grill and just that sort of stuff that sort of didn't feel very Jokerish when we saw it initially. Seeing him in action, seeing him moving with all that stuff part of him, it really worked, and I really bought into it, like I said. So I think just wait till we get a full trailer, wait till we see the Joker a bit more before you start jumping to these conclusions. You're just like, oh, he's just like Heath Ledger. Yeah, of course, there's going to be elements that he's going to take from Heath Ledger. There's going to be elements he takes from Jack Nicholson and elements he takes from the comic books of how he's going to develop this character and make it his own. But like I said, it's going to be all about how he delivers this character in his own unique way. And I think we're going to get our fourth great rendition of the Joker in about 25 years. That in itself is an amazing achievement. And now, of course, I'll get to that little J tattoo that I did see in the teaser trailer. My best guess is the J stands for Jason Todd. And in the Batman v Superman trailer, we got the Robin suit with the ha 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 jokes on you. And I really believe that's Jason Todd's Robin, who was killed by this version of the Joker, and the J tattoo was to symbolize that in some way. So yeah, that's my little fan theory. Will it come to fruition? I guess we'll have to wait and see the movie to find out. So what did you guys think of the trailer? Let me know in the comments down below. And if you like this video, click those buttons down there, the like button, the subscribe button. And as always, guys, I'll catch you in the next one.